In the electric atmosphere of a packed arena, the clash between Rhodes of England and Canelo Alvarez of Mexico unfolded as a spectacle of raw power, skill, and unyielding determination. The crowd buzzed with anticipation, their cheers a deafening roar as the two fighters stepped into the ring, each carrying the weight of their nation's pride. Rhodes, the seasoned veteran from Sheffield, was known for his relentless pressure and slick footwork, a southpaw whose experience in the ring had made him a formidable opponent. His wiry frame belied a toughness forged through years of battling top-tier fighters, and his piercing gaze signaled he was ready to prove himself against the rising star. Across the ring stood Canelo, the young Mexican phenom, his red hair and boyish face masking a ferocious intensity. At just 20 years old, Alvarez was already a sensation, his devastating power and polished technique earning him a reputation as a future legend. The contrast was stark. Rhodes's gritty, battle-worn resolve against Canelo's explosive youthful ambition. The bell rang, and the fight began, a collision of styles that promised a knockout. The opening round saw both men feeling each other out, their movements cautious but deliberate. Rhodes circled to his left, using his jab to gauge distance, his feet dancing lightly on the canvas. His strategy was clear: keep Canelo at bay, frustrate the younger fighter, and wait for an opening to land his sharp counterpunches. Canelo, however, was unfazed, his stance compact, his hands held high to protect his chin. He stalked forward, cutting off the ring with measured steps, his eyes locked on Rhodes. The Mexican threw a few probing jabs, testing Rhodes's reflexes, but it was his body shots that hinted at his game plan. A thudding left hook to Rhodes's midsection drew a gasp from the crowd, the sound of leather against flesh echoing in the arena. Rhodes winced but fired back with a quick combination, a jab followed by a straight left that grazed Canelo's shoulder. The round ended with both fighters unscathed, but aware of the danger each posed. The crowd roared, sensing the storm brewing. As the second round began, Canelo turned up the pressure. His footwork was crisp, closing the distance faster than Rhodes anticipated. The Englishman tried to maintain his rhythm, flicking out jabs to keep Canelo at range, but the Mexican was relentless. A looping right hand from Canelo caught Rhodes on the temple, forcing him to reset. The Sheffield fighter responded with a clever feint, dipping low and landing a clean uppercut that snapped Canelo's head back. The crowd erupted, but Canelo's expression remained unchanged, his focus razor-sharp. He pressed forward, throwing a three-punch combination, jab, cross, and a vicious left hook to the body that made Rhodes grimace. The Mexican's punches carried a weight that seemed to sap Rhodes' energy with each connection. As the round closed, Canelo landed a stinging right hand that rocked Rhodes, his legs wobbling for a split second before the bell saved him. The arena buzzed with excitement, fans sensing the momentum shifting. Round 3 was where Canelo began to assert his dominance. His confidence growing, he started to cut off Rhodes's angles, trapping him against the ropes. Rhodes, ever the tactician, used his experience to slip and weave, avoiding the worst of Canelo's onslaught. But the Mexican's punches were coming faster now, each one thrown with bad intentions. A brutal left hook to Rhodes's liver forced a sharp exhale, and the Englishman's guard dropped slightly. Canelo pounced, unleashing a flurry of punches, lefts, and rights raining down with precision. Rhodes fought back, landing a desperate counter that caught Canelo off guard, but it wasn't enough to stem the tide. The Mexican's pressure was suffocating, his combinations relentless. A straight right hand snapped Rhodes's head back, and the crowd sensed the end was near. Rhodes, to his credit, survived the round, his face showing the wear of Canelo's relentless assault, but his spirit unbroken. The fourth round brought a shift in intensity, as if both fighters knew the fight was reaching a critical juncture. Rhodes came out firing, determined to turn the tide. He landed a crisp 1-2 combination that forced Canelo to take a step back, and for a moment the veteran's experience shone through. His footwork was sharp, his punches snapping with purpose. But Canelo's youth and power were overwhelming. The Mexican absorbed Rhodes' shots, his head movement slick as he slipped punches and countered with devastating force. A right uppercut from Canelo caught Rhodes flush on the chin, and the Englishman's knees buckled. The crowd leaped to its feet,